have another quote here on the settings for experimentation, I want to call it. We talked about how more people who were searching for spiritual experiences were experimenting with drugs, and he explained he worried people would get hurt if they ventured into the unknown without an experienced person. We just discussed that. Not only guiding them, helping them navigate the experience, but also helping them to integrate the healing journey with the ego structure afterward. So you just talked to how you can potentially prepare for an experience or for such a journey. So being aware of what you may be searching for, or being aware that having some kind of understanding about yourself. How can you help individuals to integrate such an experience or such a journey if there is common usage that you can talk to?
There is, and as you're speaking, you just jogged another really important part. You also need permission from your ego structure, which is super important, not just in psychedelic use, but also in neuroscience modalities. And here's the thing, and you can feel my back getting up because I'm getting really tired of all of it. Am I allowed to swear? I'm getting really tired of people shitting on the ego. I just think it's such a problem because you need it. How else do you think you're going to be human without a personality? And that's what I talk about in my book. That's the gift of you, right? The gift of being Natasha or Bob or Simon or whatever it is. How else do you think you're going to experience the world? The problem is the ego got slapped away from the true divine spirit of love because human beings are asleep and shitty to each other. So the ego went, okay, people are mean, people can't be trusted, I'm on my own, I'm not okay. And then depending on whatever safety strategy they come up with, you're either going to fight everybody, you're going to kowtow to everybody, you're going to hide from everybody, or you're just going to escape it all. And then those safety strategies are what we later call symptoms and disorders. And so for me, and what I really learned is, and again, wonderful for people that bypass the ego. I have no problems with 12 steps or any of that. It just wasn't my path. For me, I learned that, and this is what psychedelics taught me and what neuroscience and everything I did taught me is, oh, I'm here to love myself, not from a narcissistic standpoint, but to love myself, to not hurt myself so I don't hurt anybody else. And if each one of us learned to heal the narcissist, the ignorance, the anger, the fear, the pain, oh, we would just be so lovely because we just let people be who they are because I'm so secure and safe in who I am, which also means discernment. You ain't really my kind of person. Go in grace. So that piece was super important. And I'm going to get back to, this is my soapbox, going to get back to, for psychedelic journeys and preparation and integration, there is a level of respect that we need for the parts of us that develop those safety strategies. And they go, I'm not going to let you see what happened to little Natasha or little Bob or little Stella that's holding all of that pain. I have developed a nervous system to make sure I keep anybody from triggering all of that. What psychedelics do and what EMDR and other of these neuroscience modalities can do, guess what? We've just bypassed those protectors and plunged you right into your trauma. You think your ego structure is ready to support all of that incredible, overwhelming pain that they developed these protectors to keep you from? You can call it a bad trip if you want. If it is, you did not respect your own nervous system or the pace within it which it wants to develop. So go ahead, see the hell that you're holding inside of yourself, not the hell out there. And then when you come back, watch these protectors just backlash at you. And so this is what I really appreciate about shamans and sort of understanding the importance of all of who you are and all of the levels of consciousness to the point of integration and harmonizing all of it. This is not a quick fix, and you are never done. So please respect the pace of nature and yourself. And so that's where I think preparation and integration is super important, because we want to check in with the protectors. Hey guys, not only that, but you can go in and do really deep healing. Take that little girl out of that situation, remove that little boy from what was happening, right? But guess what? These guys weren't with you. You did all this deep healing. You come back after a journey, they're still operating in the way in the world because they're not even aware of the update of your nervous system and the healing. So to kind of go back in and go, the freedom of me, the self-love I feel, the safety I felt, and just the divine love of the universe that guides me and holds me. Did you guys all see that? That integration is so key and important, or else it's just an experience. You're a multifaceted, multidimensional being, and that's just not some woohoo bullshit. Like, there's really good science around that, but it needs to make sense to you. And in order for it to make sense to you, you do need your left brain, and then you do need the right brain experience, and then the harmonizing of that.
How much of an ongoing journey is the journey of healing for yourself, but also for anyone else?
Well, this is where the word healing, much like the word trauma, has sort of been hijacked among multiple disciplines that no one really knows what it means anymore, right? So I always sort of say that, and I know they've broken it down to big T trauma and small t trauma, right? But I really just say anything that happened to you, right? It's not the event, it's the impact on what it then did to your nervous system of like, oh, now how I have to be in the world, that's it. And that's all of us. Healing is, for me, the word that I need to heal the parts that keep me enslaved in myself and abusive to others. And there are different levels of that, because now I've moved into a place of like, okay, like I know what's going on here. I've healed. Now I just got to practice not being an asshole to everybody. Right? And so it's not so much that I need to heal any parts of me. It's like, I know what they are. I need to practice self-mastery. And that I don't think is ever done as long as you have an ego, because it's always going to want to assert itself in a different way. And so more of the ego that I've healed, that knows I'm a 42-year-old woman, that knows that I don't need to exert myself, that I have the freedom and ability to walk away. It's practice. Practice having a higher level of viewing what's really going on. As long as you hold on to your own perspective and you need to be right, that's not a healing thing, that's a maturity thing. The healing is having enough space to choose that response. If you're stuck in your trauma, it's a reaction right away. So you need to heal the reaction, which is the nervous system or the neural pathway that's holding the pain. Once you heal that, you're good. Now just practice. And also have a lot of self-compassion and grace. It took me, 3-4 decades to develop this neural firing pattern. It's going to take a little bit of time to practice the other one. So people that are perpetually in this sort of place of healing, I mean, can we move to practicing now? Can we move to self-mastery? And I'm not talking about individuals that are starting their journey. I'm not. I'm talking about those like myself who have done everything and still find excuses to be a jerk.
So if you like that, make sure to check out the full-length episode here and leave a subscribe. Thank you.